Today is the day, or at least it's the first day of things coming out, not the actual game, but we are getting Super Smash Bros. Stuff on the way now. Yesterday was the final Nintendo Direct, revealing the rest of the roster and going in depth on all the rest of the modes in the game, and now we have a Switch bundle for it. Even the game isn't out for a month yet, but it's included with the system, which is nice. Now, before we talk about the system itself, I really quickly want to talk about the box, because I really like the box for the system. Sometimes Nintendo can get a little lazy with their box art, as can other companies out there, where it's just like, hey, look, there's a picture of the special edition, that's what it looks like. Yay! This one, though, we actually have some really nice looking Super Smash Bros. Art on the front with a picture of the system itself as well. And on the back, you have actually a little kind of reduced roster picture showing some of the original fighters from the first Super Smash Bros., as well as some additions that came later that are more popular characters, including newcomers to this game, Inkling and Ridley. As for the system, this is honestly kind of a weird situation, because this is a special edition bundle, but I don't know if I would call it a special edition Switch, because the Switch itself is just a Switch. There's no art here, there's no anything celebrating Smash Brothers. All of the art on the system is on the Joy-Cons and the dock itself. So let's take a look at those two parts. The dock is by far the coolest part about this bundle. I'll admit that I was a little worried when I first saw pictures and leaks and people were seeing like, oh, this is what the special edition is gonna look like. And I was like, I hope not. But actually, I really like it. My initial worry had to do with the lack of color. I really think Nintendo could do more colorful, vibrant things with their docks, especially with what they've been doing with Joy-Cons. But I actually really like this kind of black and white comic book shaded aesthetic they're doing for all the character faces. It actually comes together really nicely. Now, the Joy-Cons, on the other hand, I'm a little more mixed on, because the left Joy-Con by itself, I think, looks good. I think that gets the idea across that it's a Smash Brothers design. It's very simple, but it gets the job done. The right Joy-Con, when they're together, you get the idea. When it's by itself, it's a silver line on the bottom. That's it. It's kind of awkward. I get why they kind of didn't want to do the same design twice in each one, but I think that might have been the better way to go, because yeah, together, looks good. Left by itself, looks good. Right? I think this represents a little other missed opportunities too, because while, once again, the system doesn't have anything on the back, if you're going to do something special with the Joy-Cons, they could have actually done something interesting with the grip as well. Even just adding that bar to go across from one Joy-Con to the other. Instead, it's just a standard grip design. So when they go in, awkward intermission time where I'm setting something up, there's just this gap. And it doesn't, yeah, I don't know. Like, I really like this Joy-Con by itself, but the rest just kind of doesn't keep the energy up very well. If you're a big fan of Super Smash Bros. And you haven't bought a Switch yet, I think this is a really cool bundle to get you started. You're gonna get an awesome dock design and at least a really cool left Joy-Con. If you already have a Switch, I don't know if I would recommend buying a whole nother one just to get this design, but there is good news on the horizon, because it's at least been shown that in Japan, they are eventually selling the Joy-Con and dock design separately. There's no official word for the US just yet, but even then, the option of importing comes up because none of this is region locked. Like I said at the start of the video, this is the first of a lot of stuff we're going to start seeing tied into Smash Brothers. We have a lot of things on the horizon coming out, specifically controllers. So the Joy-Cons are the first kind of branded controllers we're getting, but then there's going to be a bunch of different GameCube controllers. We're getting an official Nintendo one, which is actually out the same day as this system and has a little Smash Brothers symbol on the top, and it's a wired GameCube controller. Then we're also getting wired controllers from PowerA, PDP, Hori, and PowerA is even releasing their own wireless GameCube controller option, all pretty clearly meant for Smash Brothers. None of them are necessarily hard branding that, but that's why they're being released right now, all for Smash Brothers. And then we, of course, also have an official Nintendo Switch Pro controller, which features the Smash logo in its design as well, similar to how the Joy-Cons have been set up. What I really find interesting about the system, too, is that this is the first thing Nintendo's released physically to start building up hype for the game. A full system dedicated to its release, and it does include the game as well. It's a digital code. It doesn't do anything right now other than set up a pre-order. You can't play it, but you can own it while owning a themed system, and then also buy more controllers and get hyped up and still wait while you have the game already pre-ordered just sitting there waiting to be played. So you just have it and you're waiting patiently. I did get a chance to play Smash Brothers back at E3, and that combined with just having all this stuff set up now, it's definitely making that wait a little more rough. I enjoyed what I played though. I love this pacing of it. I love the characters I got to try out, and there's so many more that have been announced since then that I am so excited for. I can't even decide who I'm going to main just yet because I have some old favorites like Ike and Zelda, but then we also have newcomers like Richter and Ridley and just so much cool stuff. I can decide who I'm going to play. Actually, in fact, let me know down below in the comments, guys, who do you want to play as? So for the first special edition Switch to at least come out in the US, Japan did get one before this, but the point is, for this design, I think it's a good start, and I'm excited to see what else Nintendo can do in the future. If you want to pick this bundle up, we'll have it linked down below, though I'm sure stock's getting a little scary. And if you are interested in these designs, but you don't want to get a whole new Switch yet, keep your eyes open for when they start going up individually, hopefully in the US, if not, import from Japan.